Madness in Milwaukee. Adrian Griffin has been dismissed as head coach, and you might be thinking, well, this is something a underperforming team would do. Fire their head coach. But guess what? The Milwaukee Bucks are tied for the second best record, not only in the East, right? In the whole NBA. 30-13 Timberwolves in the West have the first position. In the East, the Milwaukee Bucks have the second position. Same exact record. So they're tied for the second best record in the NBA. You could say, oh, maybe they've lost a whole bunch of games in a row. No, they're on a 2-game winning streak. They're 6-4 in their last 10. You know, at home, they're one of the best in the league, only having 4 losses. You could say away from home, they're 11-9, you know, almost 500. But still, this team has done well. You know, second seed, not bad. We all know Boston goes crazy in the regular season, you know. So there's no surprise that Boston was going to be the first seed. We all knew that Milwaukee and the Sixers were going to be fighting for the second and third seed. So this is exactly where we thought the Bucks would be. And Adrian Griffin just gets fired out of nowhere. There's many rumors saying that, you know, that Giannis had to do with it, but Woj came out and said that it had nothing to do with Giannis, that it was the Milwaukee Bucks. It's absolutely insane what is going on here because Adrian Griffin hasn't done a bad job. You know, the Milwaukee Bucks are in the second seed. You know, they are doing great. How much better do you expect them to be? And it looks like, as you can tell, the Milwaukee Bucks are looking at Doc Rivers. Wow. Doc Rivers. Talk about that. Talk about that championship that he won with Boston. You know, everybody's been clowning on Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett saying, you've been holding on to that championship with Boston forever. Well, look at this. Doc Rivers still might get a job to the second best record team in the league, and that would be the Milwaukee Bucks. They want a veteran, accomplished head coach, and obviously the best one at the moment you could really say is Doc Rivers because he has a championship. He's done a decent job with other teams such as, you know, the Clippers and the 76ers. He's taken them to a playoffs. So he is the most accomplished head coach out there, but I don't believe you're going to get any much better than you were with Adrian Griffin. He's done a great job. He had just gotten the job, and it's absolutely blasphemous, though. Let's go back to this. How the second seed Bucks fire their head coach, but the Lakers over here, 22-22, underperforming, right? Still give Darvin Ham backing. How is that? How is Darvin Ham still the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, 22-22, right? To a team that just made the conference finals. And then you check the other side to a team that lost in the second round of the playoffs, right? Actually, not in the second round, in the first round to the 8th seed, right? They fire their head coach or whatever. And he's done well. He's doing well. And you're going to fire this guy who just got the job. That's absolutely insane. That is insane. It truly is, because Adrian Griffin has done nothing that you could say deserves firing, unless there's something off the court related, right? On the court related, you look at the results, they're doing well. But if there's any off the court issues, then there's probably a reasonable explanation. But if it's due to performance and lack of faith and whatnot, it's blasphemous. Because look, Darvin Ham, if you're seeing the Los Angeles Lakers, who just made the conference finals at 22-22, you know, right there fighting for a position in the play-in tournament, and they're getting backing, right? Then what? It just doesn't make sense in my eyes. You know, maybe you give them the full season and they get eliminated in the second round, then you fire them. Okay, we want a different head coach. But no, you don't even give him the whole year, and he hasn't been underperforming. He's doing well. He'd be the 1 seed in the West. It's absolutely blasphemous. There's no reasonable explanation for Adrian Griffin to be fired. And then there's not any explanation at all to explain how the Los Angeles Lakers in a win-now mode, as well as the Bucks, have kept the head coaches 22-22, and we see all these things off the court. That we see, LeBron James subbed himself out. Darvin Ham messed up here with his timeouts. Darvin Ham is losing control. Darvin Ham is starting 4 power forwards in the center, thinking he's gonna do. You know, we see all these things, right? We didn't hear a peep from Milwaukee. All you can say is, while they got blown out by the Cavs not too long ago. You know, Dame Dollar hasn't been performing at an all-time high as we thought. He's still performing at a high level, but not as high as we thought he was, but he's still doing well. He's still being clutch in moments. He's still getting it together. He's teaming up with Giannis. It's the first time he's playing on a team where he's not the best player on the team, so you can see why he's adapting. And you're still the second seed. They're still getting it going. They're winning games even if they're not used to each other, and he's got him fired. How do you expect your team to mesh correctly to be able to win a championship if you're going to change the head coach mid-season? That's absolutely blasphemy, and I don't believe the Milwaukee Bucks will be winning the championship this year because of this. In my opinion, before the season, I was picking the Milwaukee Bucks to win the chip. But now if you're going to make a coaching change after you just trade for a big-time player who's not used to playing with a player that's better than them for the first time ever, right? And you're going to fire the coach midway, so not only have you switched his entire career system from him being the man to him playing second fiddle to Giannis, right? Now, not only that, you've switched the coach mid-season, so you're setting him up to fail in my eyes. So the Milwaukee Bucks, this is a bad move unless there's something going off the court that hasn't been said yet. But let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Do you think this is the right move from Milwaukee? Do you think Doc Rivers will make the right choice? Will Doc Rivers be better than Adrian Griffin? And why is Darvin Ham employed?